Ladies and gentlemen, fresh off of a lights out live reaction on twitch.tv/evsu and twitch.tv/cosmoszr, it is lights out episode number 98. And let me tell you something, guys. Battle of BC. Oh, well, that might be the case. Battle of BC was an enjoyable event to watch, but we got to talk about something more pressing. We got to talk about something that just happened literally 5 minutes ago, maybe 10. I'm not really good with numbers, but I am good with this. 1, 2. And the 2 stands for Switch 2. Switch 2 Direct just hit the presses hot. And I want our immediate reactions for our lovely podcasting audience to hear what you say. You've kind of, I know you had your initial reaction, but now that you've had a couple minutes to let the dust settle for a second, what did we really think about that Switch 2 Direct?
Take off the Mario hat, Jim.
Never. Go.
Cosmos, you go first.
I said you go first. I always go first.
Damn it.
Why are we acting like it was atrocious? Come on.
No. Okay, so I'm sad for obvious reasons, but it wasn't a bad direct. I think I actually rated the direct the highest out of us, right? I gave it a 7, right? I
gave it an 8.
Oh, you gave it an 8? Okay, so I'm in the middle. I think it was a solid 7. I think Deltarune was pretty huge, right? I didn't play the first 2 parts because I knew that like it came out in parts, and I don't like to subject myself to that. Like I don't want to play it and then wait, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if part 3 and 4 completes the story.
No,
but
it doesn't. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be either 6 or 8 parts. So I'm pretty like I'm gonna play it when it comes out, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, the first 4 parts is like basically the first game, and then I'm gonna wait for the next 3 years for it 5, 6, 7, 8 to come out and say it's part 2 of the game.
Yeah, we're back to PS1 times where I gotta play disc 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, literally.
So I'm waiting for that, but I still think Deltarune coming out with chapter 3 and 4 was huge. New Donkey Kong game, I'm pretty happy about that. I wanted to see Nintendo IPs. I'm a Nintendo child. I of course it's cool seeing like other games for like that like are put on it from other companies, but I want to see like classic Nintendo classic Nintendo titles. That's what gets me hooked. So like seeing Donkey Kong, seeing Kirby Air Ride, seeing Mario Kart World, that's crazy. Mario Kart somehow is getting better, which I didn't think could happen because I really thought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was like, it literally took every Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is like the Smash Ultimate of Mario Kart, right? Like they just took everything and put it in, and it came out amazing. So I really didn't think they could top that, but it looks like they're topping it, and I'm pretty happy about that, and they're definitely gonna add to that game the same way they did Deluxe because they stayed to Mario Kart 8 for a very long time. I have no reason to think they're not going to do that with this next game. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it was a decent direct. I enjoyed it to a certain extent, but it took a long time for me to enjoy it. The middle part was like kind of boring.
Yeah.
Cosmos, did you have a favorite game? Or
I mean, favorite game. My favorite game would definitely be Mario Kart World. I think that's going to be a fantastic game. I think that's going to be a game that like is generational, honestly. It was fantastic. And I feel like it's going to be a game that's I feel like it's going to be similar to Mario Kart 8 where it's like it lasts a super long time and they're not going to update off it. They're just going to continuously update that game because the way they presented that game, the foundation of it, it's able to be updated upon for a really long time. Like you can do a lot of things with that game, and I think that's great for a game like that. I think that's a game that's like won't really get too boring.
Yeah,
over time. Overall, I do think the thing I was most excited for was the Deltarune announcement. Seeing 3 and 4. I'm definitely very excited for that. I'm a huge Undertale fan. I didn't play any of Deltarune. So seeing that 2 chapters are coming out, so I can play 1, 2, 3, and 4, I feel like that's a lot of content. So I feel like that would probably be around 20, at least 15 to 20 hours of game content, which is nice. So I would definitely play that. That's like a pretty solid game.
Okay.
But other than that, I feel like I was pretty disappointed. I was honestly pretty disappointed. Like I feel like I was expecting a lot because I was hearing all these rumors like, oh, the Switch 2 is like it's better than the PS4 Pro. It's like a little better than the Xbox Series S. And like I was seeing all the graphics and stuff, and I'm like, this looks like the Switch, bro. I wasn't seeing much of a graphical improvement. Like I was expecting them to show like Xenoblade, show what it looks like at that. But I saw Pokemon Legends Z Arceus, whatever it's called, and that shit looked like it was in 480p. And I'm just like, bro, what are we doing here? Like we're in 2025 on the Switch 2, and I understand that like it's supposed to be a portable console, but you still have to compare, you still have to battle against all the other consoles that are out there. And I know that you're Nintendo, your console's gonna sell, but at least just you can do a little better than that. And I feel like they're gonna have games that look good because I do know that the Switch hardware is pretty good. They have a 4K option, but all of the options or all of the things that I saw is like a lot of the things that are direct, a lot of the trailers were like in 30, 20 FPS.
Man,
it was slow motion. I was just like, just show me what it looks like.
Didn't you see that Elden Ring, bro? You didn't think that Elden Ring looked crisp?
No, it didn't. It didn't look better than on the PlayStation consoles at all. It looked significantly worse. So I'm just really surprised. Like I expected that the graphics of this game would look like, I think on the Switch, like the Switch that we have now, games like Mario Kart, Smash Ultimate, Splatoon 2 or 3, Splatoon 3 is out. Those games look really
Splatoon 7.
One of the newest Splatoon. Those look really good on the Switch right now. I think those are like the pinnacle of the Switch graphics. I know Breath of the Wild looks pretty good too. It's not like the best looking game, but it's a solid looking game for like the game that it is. And I was expecting like that to be I did expect that to be the minimum of what the graphics would be on the Switch, and I feel like that was still kind of the peak of what the graphics looked on the Switch 2. So I'm kind of disappointed for that, but other than that, I feel like the Switch 2 has a lot of potential, but I don't want to hear about potential. I want to see results now.
But what about the headline?
He wants to see Smash.
But what about the headliner games? Okay, we got Kirby Air Riders, a new title directed by Sakurai, which low key does kind of like, in my opinion, like deconfirm
Let's
Smash.
Talk about that.
Deconfirm Smash for now. And then we got a new Donkey Kong title with a redesigned Donkey Kong who, not the most pretty designed DK I've ever seen in my life,
I mean, like you're very interested in the Donkey Kong game, right?
Who, me?
Yeah, no, Light.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty interested in it. I don't like that he looks like a hillbilly, but like, I guess like when you think about it, he kind of was the only Kong that wasn't a hillbilly. Like Funky Kong and Cranky Kong were definitely hillbillies. So like, I guess it kind of adds up that he's one too now. But like, he didn't really like look like that before. I don't like the redesign, but I think I like the game. And also, it can't just be me. I can't look at this Donkey Kong redesign and not hear the Seth Rogen laugh.
That's the thing that's jarring to me. It's not that I have a problem with the redesign itself. Like, it's fine. It's not a big deal because it's not like a huge departure from what I know. It's that it looks like Seth Rogen in my head because of that damn Mario movie. I can't get over it.
I just looked at Tweak stream because I wanted to see his reaction. I'm gonna post the screenshot of his stream thumbnail in the chat because it's really funny.
Please,
it's really convenient.
I would love to look at that. He looked happy when I stopped in his chat. Hold up. Yeah, that's exactly how he looked.
on the screen, and he's like having his hands over his head. I don't know if he's excited or depressed. Like, why does he look like that?
Or he looks like
Tweak. Identify your emotion,
bro. He looks like a hillbilly, bro.
Who, Tweak or Donkey Kong?
Yes. Bro, oh my god. Yeah, the freaking frame drops on every trailer was terrible though. Like Nintendo's over here like perfecting modern day claymation with these trailers. Like, it's terrible, man.
I'll tell you, I'll tell you one thing. If you guys were watching on like the US version, at one point, this it just froze. Like at one point, it froze for like a good 2 minutes. We were like, what is going on? We had to switch over to Nintendo UK and France. Like, that was insane. I never seen a direct
UK
freeze.
and France is crazy.
Bro, that's crazy. That's what we had to do. It was nuts. I can't believe that.
Bro, I'm really thinking about, I'm sorry, why does DK have overalls on? Like, that's Mario's thing. It's like Mario beat his ass and domesticated him. Like, why does he have overalls on, bro? Like,
it's a different world, my boy. It's a different world.
Oh my God, bro. All right.
Well, now we did get the finalized price point too, guys. $499 or $449.
No, 450.
Excuse me. $449 for that console. Fair or foul? Do we think that's worth it?
Is it $499 with the Mario Kart edition, or is it just that's not out yet either?
I'm pretty sure like games are going to be severed. It's a launch title, not coming with.
Well, no, because they said that there's going to be an edition the Switch edition that comes with Mario Kart also. That's what they said.
Yeah, but I think on the website it was just. Yeah, I think on the website it was talking about like $450 for just the game. It's probably going to be $500 with like, holy shit, it's going to be $500. Bro, that is too expensive. I'm sorry.
Somebody in the chat said, my boy Maddie said, apparently physical games might be $90.
No fucking way.
What?
No fucking way.
I don't believe that. I'll burn this hat.
No fucking way. No way a game is literally a fifth of the price of the console.
Oh, wait. Are we going to talk about the negativity of Sakurai working on Kirby Air Ride now?
Okay, I was going to say, like, I feel like there's a couple things. Here's a couple things, right? So for the Smash side of me, the things I thought were little hints that they dropped to us was new DK skin, which could be a new DK in the new Smash. Okay. The Legend of Zelda Warriors game. Look at how Zelda was fighting, bro. Could be new combat changes for Zelda coming up. Okay.
Bro, she's been fighting like that for 3 Warriors games. Hop off your copium.
Take it away, Light.
Bro, it's just copium, bro. Like, you know how it is. We're hitting that period where Smashers feel like we should get a direct, which I feel like when we hit that period, we're usually kind of right. Like we're like it, like we could be like we're gonna be wrong, right? But like it is coming, right? However, with Sakurai announcing that like Kirby Air Ride, and in his like video series where he's been like talking about working on a new game, that doesn't seem like Smash has been anywhere in the picture.
But how long does it take to make a Kirby game, right? That's like you can speed run that.
How long does it take to make a game in general?
I don't know. I never made one.
I mean, the game's coming out this year, and it's like I feel like one of the reasons why I feel like Kirby Air Ride is going to be like a really big game. Like I think it's I don't think it's going to be like Mario Kart, but I think it's going to be like a game that's this time getting updates. Like they're adding stuff, they're making it like a title that is you want to buy the Switch for this game, which is why I think they put it at the end of the trailer. So I feel like Sakurai is going to put a lot of effort into Kirby Air Ride. And in turn, like, because he's putting a lot of effort into Kirby Air Ride, he's not going to be putting as much effort, or you can't divert your effort or split your effort from Kirby and Kirby Air Ride and a game like Smash, because they're both games that would both require a lot of dedication, and clearly his dedication is going to be to Kirby Air Ride right now. So I just don't think like that confirmation and seeing the trailer, seeing that it was at the end, seeing that it's like, oh, this is his title right now. This is what he's working on. Be prepared for this. You'll get more information. And the fact that like they showed it and didn't show any gameplay, they didn't put a release date. They just put it's coming out this year, so it's not going to be a launch title. It's probably going to come out like in the winter of this year. Like he's going to be doing updates for that game, which I feel like means that that's what he's working on right now. And I don't think Smash is being worked on. Like that's legitimately what I just think. I don't think Smash is being worked on. So I don't think Smash is going to come out for like another few years, honestly. That's my first initial thoughts after seeing that. I do want to see what other people have to say to that, but that's what I think after I saw Kirby Air Ride at the end, which is why I'm like, Smash is cooked for a while. Like, Ultimate is the game. And I can't really fathom that because maybe it's just because of how Smash 4 went, because Smash 4 is the only Smash game that had updates. But the fact that they put out Smash 4 and after they were done adding characters and done adding updates, it was like a year or two before the next Smash game came out. But I guess that was also because they knew that the Wii U was like a dying console. It's like, okay, well, let's just prepare for the next console to Switch, because we know it's going to be a good console. So, and let's make it a big Smash game where we add everything. So the fact that it's a big Smash game, like, I feel like it's supposed to last for a really long time, just like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But the fact that Smash Ultimate doesn't have any more updates at all, and it's just like a game that's there with no updates, I'm just like, is there really going to be like no Smash game for a couple years? And that makes me think that since he's working on something like Kirby Air Riders, I feel like the most we would get now isn't even a Smash Deluxe, but like a Smash Ultimate Switch 2 edition with like, I don't even know we would get another Fighters Pass, just updated stuff, updated mechanics like patches and stuff like that. Maybe we get a couple more characters, but I don't see Sakurai working on Smash while he's working on Kirby Air Riders, and that's my whole thing.
So I'm kind of like an other part of things. I still think a Smash game is very much in the possibility, because I do think there's like Nintendo always distinctively dodges Smash for a reason, right? Like
they do.
It's not like even with the GameCube games, like they announced the GameCube games, there's no reason that Melee was not in like that group of GameCube games that we saw. And I think it's just because they like treat Smash a certain type of way, where I feel like they probably do just want one on each console, you know? So I do think that they are going to be like, they are probably still working on it. You know, I mean, Sakurai might not be like, because, you know, if it is a deluxe, Sakurai can just like direct it as well. He doesn't need to do as much work. We have no idea. Also, Smash Ultimate's been out for a long time, so we don't know
6 years, right?
We don't know how long anything's really been worked on for. Like, nothing's set in stone. We don't know how these people operate. It is very possible. On the other hand, I also don't think that like Kirby Air Ride's gonna like need as much attention as like you think. I think it's gonna like just come out and be a game. I think that's very possible. So many games are like that, right? So I think that's very possible, and I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to last with Mario Kart coming out beside it. That doesn't make... I don't understand the concept of like making two racing games like around the same time as each other. Like, we're obviously going to play both, but I think Mario Kart's going to outlast it for sure.
Yeah.
And like games are meant to be played. Like, games are meant to be played and like you move on to the next game, but that's like ×5 in the era we're in now, where games are just coming out way faster and way more frequently, and there's so many big titles and companies and different ways to play. So I don't know. I think it's just going to be one of those games that just come out. I don't know how much it's going to be worked on past that.
We'll see too. Yeah, but like the price point too, like if it really is like, if they're, you know, rumors like talking about like $80 a pop for a game, and it's like just two racing games,
no
like,
way.
yeah, I'm only copping one then in that case. Like that's already going to be like, mad bills to put in. So, I mean, we'll see overall. I'll be honest, like the whole time I honestly was not expecting any kind of Smash announcement. I was hoping, but I was not even remotely actually expecting it.
Me neither. It was copium.
Exactly. But nonetheless, it is what it is. That is our Switch 2 reactions and some more copium, Smash talk and all that good stuff. But let us know what game you're excited for, man, and if you think Smash is coming. So we'll check those comments later. But let's go ahead and move on and segue to an event that happened this past weekend that I had the opportunity to watch party all throughout the weekend. It was a lot of fun. It was Battle of BC7, and man, you want to talk about a mix of expected and unexpected results. We'll take a look at this top 8, folks. I'll put it on the screen for you right the hell there, and you can probably already guess where Big Phil is heading. Gluto takes it home, first place. Hard-fought victory over Spargito.
Pre-local as well.
Yep, that pre-local was crazy. Completely beat the pre-local curse, by the way. Shattered it. Spargo getting second place, followed by Syrup. Ouch. What a performance and run he had. We'll have to talk about that. Acola and Zamba make up 5th place, and then Monty, wow, gets 7th place, followed by Pocket or Onin, as you know him by. And then Mia, Hurt, Shuton, and Raru all in that 9th place spot. We got TG, Light, Quandale, Shiny Mark, Quandale. Shouts to Quandale. Actually going on a pretty decent run. He beat my boy Ken, or my boy Snow, and took me off the Snow train, man. He's not going in my titles for a little while. And then some other 17th placers, Tweak and Acola and Goat Leo. Oh my God, I can't even read any further past that. Guys, this tournament was crazy with some of the results.
Only one Japanese player in top 8.
Yeah, exactly. And like they went like 0 of 11 in all their top 24 qualifying matches versus non-Japanese players, I think.
Yeah, like he beat Japanese players to get into top 8 and then just immediately lost when he wasn't playing Japanese players anymore. So it's like Japan really got cooked this tournament.
Yeah. That was nuts, bro. Like, and the thing about like some of the run, like the thing about Ouch too, like he literally lost to MK Leo and himself because he only lost this set because he SD.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, bro, honestly, like the way I was feeling, I feel like Ouch.
Wait, what do you mean to himself, like SDing?
Because like the way that he lost to Steve, like he didn't, like Steve didn't zero to death him. He just missed his angle and he just SD'd.
Guys, but like, okay, here's the thing about Wolf. There's 2 things that's worth noting. When Wolf does angles, his range gets significantly shortened. So I don't know.
Bro, did you see how he died?
Yeah, he went straight up, and if he went to the right, Syrup covered it with a spiking fair because that's how the matchups go. Like I think he got bro. He would have gotten fared.
I don't think so. Like I feel like the way that he recovered just wasn't the way he wanted to recover. I think
I think he wanted to do a slight. I think he wanted to do a jump back, slightly reverse up angle, like up to the right a little bit. And there's only 2 ways to recover there. It's that or straight up. Both of them get covered by Steve placing a block and then turning around and then fairing the ledge. And that's exactly what Syrup did. But Ouch fucked up the angle, but Syrup covered it anyway. Like, yeah, play the clip, roll the clip. Syrup covered the angle. Syrup's not a fool. Like, Syrup covers that. Bro, fast forward this shit.
All right, there you go.
Okay. Jab. Fair, turns around, covers. He covered it.
I'm still looking at the jabs. I'm delayed. I don't know. Because
he had it covered. Light is correct.
I feel like if he got the slant angle, he actually might have hit him. But I don't know.
He might have, but he might have made it.
I just really don't think he dies there. Like, genuinely, like, just from the way that I see that scenario going from my perspective of Smash, I feel like he lives if he gets the right angle. And, like, I mean, I feel like that's, for me, that's neither here nor there. I feel like Ouch, like, what I was going to say is that I feel like Ouch was the best player or the second best player in the room that entire weekend, especially after he lost to Leo. But yeah, I feel like that was just a prime example of, yeah, like you're the best player in the room, but you're honestly just losing to Steve.
Right.
Like it doesn't matter sometimes. You can be the best player and you can just not have as much experience against Steve, or you have experience against Steve, but you don't have experience against this specific Steve.
Yeah, because he just beat Acola.
Steve beats you. Yeah. So he lost to a Steve, and that's pretty much it. I feel like if he beat him, I really wanted to see Ouch versus Spargo, because I think that would have been a great set. I think that was a game 5 set that went pretty close, and I think Ouch honestly took it because they were both playing very well. I honestly feel like Gluto was winning even if Ouch played him. I do think that match is pretty hard, but I think Gluto was also on something else that entire weekend. But yeah, I feel like that was going to be like another breakout path for Ouch that weekend, and then it kind of just got stopped by Steve, and that's really annoying to see happen sometimes.
Well, we know for a fact that we're stuck with this Smash game for at least another year or so. So ban Steve now while you can.
Let's ban Steve.
I don't know.
All the DLC Pass 2. I'm going back to Inkling.
I honestly don't know if Ouch would have gotten stopped. Like, I think Glutonny played amazing, and shouts to him, showing that this game can still be done with one character that's not Steve. And I think that's that's really nice. I mean, even though his character kills people at 40, I still think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But that's really good for Gluto. But Ouch, man. I just think when a Spacey's playing like that, you never know. Like, you really never know if they're like if they could win the whole tournament or not because they're just blowing people up at outrageous percents, you know. And like, him getting through the Steves, well, I think he would have won it, man. Like, his momentum's incredible. I am a huge Ouch fan. And, I mean, you know that, Cosmos. Like, we talked about it before. Ouch was like even a top player. We said Ouch is a top player tag. Like, he has the tag of someone who will be a top player. And I mean,
yeah, he had the tag, he had the mannerism, the aura. He just had everything, bro.
Yep. Very early on. Like,
yep.
I'm happy to have been right about that.
Like, I want to say this, but I kind of can't really say it because I don't know when the next Smash game is going to come out. But I feel like if the next Smash game comes out, if you're right, like, and the next Smash game does get like announced later this year and it comes out sometime next year, I feel like Ouch is one of those players that will, like, I don't think he'll be like a top player in this game, like a top 10, top 15 player in this game. But I feel like he's one of those players that's like, as soon as the next game comes out, it just clicks for him. And he's just a top 20, top 15 player right away. I feel like he's one of those players.
So I actually think he can be a top 10 player. The problem is he doesn't go to everything. And I mean, why would he, especially in this state of the game? But like, I think a lot of people have the potential to be a top 10 player. Yeah. You know?
I think Ouch's only issue is like, besides like, he has to go to more stuff, is like sometimes his consistency, like, cause like, I think like a week or two ago, he like 33rd at some like regional or something, you know what I mean? But then this week he beats Hurt twice, I think at one of the pre-locals on Wednesday, and then gets 4th at the main event. Like, the kid's got like, sky's the limit for that kid, honestly.
Wolf's broken, bro.
Yeah, Wolf is insane. So good stuff to him. He again really did a good run, but even as good as that run was, it didn't get him to the grand finals. The grand finals was Spargo and Gluto, and I thought this was an exceptionally hype set. What did you guys think? I mean, it was a reset was involved, but even after that reset, it was a shellacking from Gluto to take it 3-0. Thoughts?
I will say that this grand finals, I did not watch most of top 8 in person. I was in VIP playing with people.
Yep.
But when I was done, we did go, me and Tweak went downstairs with Zomba to watch the ending of grand final, or to watch grand finals. Like, we started watching around like game 4 before the reset. And it's just refreshing. Like, after all the bullshit that's in this game, it's just so refreshing to like look at two people as another top player and be like, this is fine. I acknowledge this as good Smash because these are two incredible players, right? Like, they made it through all the bullshit and they're here in grand finals and they're making this so fun to watch, you know? Like, obviously I hate Wario, but Wario's not like a BS character like Steve or something like that. Like, He has a great mechanic, but like it's nothing like that, you know? So like, watching Gluto get that far and Spargo, of course, getting that far is just, I loved it. I loved every moment of it. I was actually hyped watching this set.
Cosmos, did you watch the set? Cosmos?
We can't hear you.
Sorry. I mute because, you know, I'm in Mexico. But I feel like sometimes, like, with what you said, I feel like I don't want to say too much because I'm not in a good mood. I'm not in a good mood, and I'm let it go, man. That too. So like, but like, hearing you say that just made me even more upset because it's like you saying like, yeah, after seeing these players make it through the bullshit and like make it to grand finals, like, this is good Smash. I'm like, but they always gotta, like, you gotta make it through the bullshit. Like, that's the shit that you gotta go through first.
Yeah,
so, I mean, like, the fact that like you have to hope that players like this make it through the bullshit, and then there's other players that weren't able to make it through the bullshit, like Acola, like I guess Riddles is kind of part of the bullshit, but not really, because I know he's a really good player. But like Acola,
he's still part of it, bro.
Yeah, like you, like those players didn't really make it through the bullshit this time. And it's like, you just have to hope that these players make it through the bullshit. And like, I do think Grands was a great set. I didn't watch all of it. I watched like the end of set 2. That's pretty much it. I think Spargo was still playing well, but Gluto was just on another level. I watched Winners Finals 2, and that was a great set. That was a fantastic set, honestly.
Yeah.
But like to think about the fact that the most of the tournament is like at this point, okay, we're watching, at least just from my perspective, because I can't speak for everyone, but it's like, okay, we're watching players that we like fight through bullshit. All right, we're watching Leo. He has to fight Raru. We're watching Light. He has to fight. He has to fight Raru. we're watching Cola. I don't even know who Cola lost to.
Cola lost to her.
He lost to the same two people from Genesis.
He lost to Genesis. He lost to her in Zamba.
Yeah, so like Rob is bullshit too. So I just feel like watching all of that, like watching the players playing cool characters, playing base game characters, playing characters that I personally respect, versus characters like, okay, well, he's fighting Rob, he's got to go through this bullshit. He's fighting Luigi. Let's just see if he doesn't get grabbed. He's fighting Steve. Alex has to fight two Steves. Is he gonna get through the bullshit? Oh, he did. But the second part of the bullshit, he wasn't able to get through it. It's just really demoralizing as a competitor and also as a spectator, because it's like I liked when it was like, oh, let's see who's really the best at the game. Yeah. And then it became like, oh, let's see who's up and coming after COVID. And then now it's just like, and then it was like, let's see if we can keep up with Japan. But now it's kind of like Japan is playing all these bullshit characters. And that's really what it feels like. And now it's really just, let's see if these players, the players that are like the old guard and the respected like players, obviously a lot of players are pretty respected, but like the most respected players like Leo, like Light, like Spargo, let's see if they can make it through the bullshit and see them play. And that's really what it feels like now. And if that just doesn't feel so great to me.
Yeah.
So on your question of how I felt about Grands, it was fantastic. But it was just, to me, like, it was demoralizing the fact that I know that they had to go through all that bullshit. Like, I know Spargo is really good at fighting the bullshit, but sometimes he just loses to it. Like, sometimes he loses to Aegis. Aegis is bullshit. I know. Did Gluto beat Syrup, right? Gluto had to go through bullshit too. So it's like, it just gets really tough sometimes. Like, in winners semis, it was GOAT player versus bullshit. Like, I love Acola, but Steve or Aegis is bullshit. Like, she's trying to bullshit him. And then it was Gluto, GOAT player versus bullshit. Syrup is great. He's playing Steve. It's just, if you're
Spargo's top 8 was Steve, Wario, Steve, I'm pretty sure, into Wario. Steve, Wario.
Well, Syrup tried Ness. Syrup tried Ness, lost 2 games. I think switched to Steve.
Yeah, so Steve, Wario.
I think he stole 1 game with Steve, actually. Yeah.
Yes, he won a game with Steve.
For me, like, it's the one saving grace that I'll give that winner semi is that I love watching Aegis play. I think Aegis is one of the most respected characters out of the bullshit characters. And I really love watching Acola's Aegis play. But it's still like, okay, let's see if Spargo doesn't falter to this Aegis is bullshit. And and he survived and won. And that was great. Right. And then it was like, can Gluto get through the Steve bullshit? And that's pretty much all I really see whenever I see Steve being played. Like, Syrup is a great player. I think he's a phenomenal player, but it's so hard to just want to watch Steve whenever you're like, okay, let's see if he can get through this Steve's bullshit. It's so hard to see Syrup, the player, when he's playing Steve, because it's like, okay, well, a lot of people are just losing to Steve. And then sometimes Syrup beats players by being Syrup while playing Steve. But a lot of the time, people are just losing to Steve.
Yeah.
Tweak like, you know what I mean? Steve this event.
Huh?
What you say?
Tweak lost to double Steve this event.
Yeah, he lost to
Onan and
Pocket, right.
But that was in losers, right? Who did he lose to in winners?
I think he lost to a different Steve. Oh, no, he lost to Gluto. He lost to Gluto, actually.
Oh, he lost to Gluto.
So he lost to 2 Steves. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. He had a couple games get away from him. Because I was feeling
Gluto had like 3 game 5s before top 8.
I was feeling good for Tweak because he had beat him at Genesis, and it was kind of like, I thought, like, convincing, but yeah, Gluto bounced back.
Typically loses.
One thing I like about Gluto though, like, he is like, the last 2 encounters with Mia, he's beaten Mia. He's really got that matchup down. Like, I don't know where he's getting the Game & Watch practice from, but pretty sick.
Yeah, but all all the Steve gameplay is kind of ridiculous for sure. I still stand by the bracket was rigged. By the way, even though me and Tweak didn't do great, but my seeding, not counting Zomba, who is probably top 10 currently because he's top 8 in the last 2 super majors, not counting Zomba, my seeding was still very correct, by the way. Syrup outplaced me and Tweak. I outplaced Tweak. Like, it should have been the other way.
Yeah.
And the only person who got through the bullshit seeding was Syrup, but he plays Steve. So it's like, if someone's going to get through the fucking bias, it's going to be the Steve main,
Yep, true. They got to seed Zomba higher. I agree with that comment.
They do have to seed Zomba higher. Zomba's doing very good. That's what I was saying. Yeah, Zomba's fantastic. I mean, I'm happy that he's doing so well. He had a pretty favorable path to once he lost to Toragiri, he had a pretty favorable path, to be honest, because he had to fight Raru, which is winning for Rob, and then I forgot who he played after that. He played Cola into Raru. No, he played Cola into.
I think in top 8 it was Pocket.
No, before top 8, he played Cola into somebody into Raru.
Who was the qualifying match?
Raru, I'm pretty sure.
Raru was qualifying. Yeah, Raru was qualifying, but who was before that? You're saying okay. Because Cola got 17, so there had to be somebody in that 13th spot. I don't know. Oh, Shiny Mark. Who Shiny Mark for some reason just doesn't know how to fight Rob. So he's ShamWow Goat, by the way. I said it. Go ahead.
I think Zomba had a pretty favorable path for him. That was really good. I'm happy he played well. And then he also got Steved, so.
It happens. We're talking about Steve, but I will say it was refreshing to see Acola commit to that Aegis against Spargo. He took a game, but I'm gonna keep it real, bro. His age, like, he's a fundamentally good player regardless, but that Aegis at some points, like, a little rough, man. He's missing some pretty basic like combos. Like I thought. Like,
I'd actually say that he's a fundamental cheeser.
Okay, fundamental cheeser. Okay.
Like he's very like
cheeser.
Yeah, I think Acola's a fundamental cheeser. I think like if a new game comes out, like Acola might still be relevant, but it's gonna be like with the cheesiest character. I feel like he really knows how to play the cheesiest shit.
I feel like when a new game comes out, Acola's gonna like have the expedited process that Lima had, where like he comes out, or the new game comes out, he's struggling trying to play the same characters, and then he becomes a really good actual fundamental player, and then becomes good at the game with whatever character that he's playing. Like I don't think he's gonna be a top 5 player. I think he's gonna be a very good player. Cheeser. But yeah, then he's gonna have to learn fundamentals, and then he's gonna be good at the game.
Like, think about his fucking back pocket, bro. The dude plays 3 DLC characters and Luigi.
Yeah, he's ready.
Like, bro, he is a fundamental cheeser.
To be fair, he could like in Smash Universe and Smash Worlds.
In Mario Kart Worlds, he's definitely playing Mario. He's playing Mario, bro.
Yeah, he might just play like the base game bullshit. Like if Olimar is broken, I could see him playing Olimar. I could see it. If like a Pichu character comes out, like Pichu was broken at launch, he could be playing Pichu, and it could just be annoying. Like I feel like he has fun by winning, so his goal is to just play whatever will make him win. Like before, it wasn't like Luigi isn't the winning character. It's like if I grab you, I win, but I don't win neutral or I don't win this way. And I feel like now he's playing characters to win. He's playing Kazuya, he's playing Aegis, or he was playing Kazuya, he's playing Aegis, and he's playing Steve. So I feel like whenever the next team comes out, especially because he's on a winning team, I feel like he's going to play characters to win. And I feel like that's honestly what, on paper, that's what all of us top players say that we should do. And he's actually doing it. So I respect it. I think he should do it. And I think that also makes you a good player. Like choosing what to play in order to win. I feel like most players don't do that.
I don't respect it at all, but I can not respect whatever the fuck I want.
Shouts to my boy Tweak in the chat, just randomly showed up. What's up, Tweak?
What's good, monkey boy?
Monkey boy, man. Good to see you. Well, with that said, Light, I guess we should cover your triumphant stand, because you did a good job. You didn't win, but you did a good job, I thought, against Raru. So tell me how you thought that went, Obviously a really tough matchup for Fox for
sure. To be honest, you saying I did a good job is like honestly so fucking disrespectful. But
you know what? I'm your friend and I'm gonna encourage you. So deal with it.
You get an A for effort.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, my run. I'll be real with you guys. I played fucking fantastic this weekend.
You did
most of it.
You did.
I played pretty fucking good. That was my first time being Raru, and I am going to use a poke. I mean, sorry, fighting Raru. Sorry, that was a good one, right? Good joke. Yeah, for that was the first time ever fighting Raru, and I'm gonna use a poker term that I like to use here, where we say I was paying for knowledge. I needed to lose because I've never fought Raru before, and I need to understand what kind of Luigi he is. Like -2 matchups come with time, man. I didn't beat Mia the first time around because I didn't know what kind of Game & Watch he was. Like I don't. It's not
you beat Acola
easy.
The first time.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Didn't you?
No, I did not. I beat him the second time, I think.
Wow.
Yeah,
you beat him the first time.
No, I lost to him at Invitational.
Oh wait, did you? Oh shit!
Yeah, Invitational into Summit.
I think I called him Carrie, and then people said that's what I get for talking shit, but I think I was right.
Back to Raru, please.
Yeah, anyways. So, I had to pay for information, bro. I didn't know anything about how Raru played versus Fox. And like the Kananabe videos just weren't really enough for me because Kananabe just wasn't doing things that like I would do in these situations. So I need to know how he reacts. So like, I have a video to build off of now, and I won a lot of scenarios. I was winning a lot of these games. To be honest, I really understood something pretty important about Raru's gameplay that I feel like could help me in the future. So like, I had to pay for knowledge. Yeah, I don't know how, but I had to pay for knowledge and it was worth it. But here's the thing. I played very well versus Raru. I will not take that away. I played very well. But after I lost to Raru, I was shambled. Like I was so sad. I wasn't in a good mood anymore. Bro, my losers bracket self has not been like, he's been like in this make or break thing lately where like in the losers bracket, I typically just start playing better. Now, maybe it's because the game's just fucking lame. I've been in this state where it's like loser bracket comes and the first like 2 sets really matter to me in the sense where it's like, I might not give a fuck because I'm like, whatever, this game fucking sucks. Or I might get like the boost that I usually get, right? And I right after losing to Raru, I was already like mentally out of it. I was clocked out. I just wasn't in a good mood anymore, which is very immature on my part. Don't get me wrong. I'm just explaining the process that happened. So I wasn't in a good mood. I didn't feel mentally in it anymore. I felt like my play significantly dropped. I was playing friendlies. I immediately started preparing with riddles for the Kazuya that Rocky. I did prepare, but like I just mentally wasn't in it, right? And
click the screen.
I wasn't playing. Yeah, this guy's stupid as fuck.
What do I do?
Click the screen. Click the main camera.
Where's the main camera? This?
Click Cosmos.
Okay, we're back. Go ahead. Continue.
You're fucking old, bro. Anyways, Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That was just like the Switch Direct getting frozen.
That's just like one of those things where it's like your mom's just like, why the fuck are you even touching things in the first place? It's like like I try to stay in it, but I couldn't mentally stay in it. And then you know what? Rocky lost to Monty and Xavier beat Big D, who I was seeded to fight.
That was so fortunate for you.
No, Rocky. No, Rocky the Kazi. That's his name, right?
Yeah, Raiki, the carried guy from
Raiki, my bad.
Yeah, the carried Kazi seed from Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, both people in my path got upset. And I think what happened was even though I was mentally out of it, I tried to like fool myself. I'm like, oh man, like this bracket's free. I could fucking do this, but I wasn't in it anymore. So like I was like, it was really hard to play even like versus like these upset brackets. Like I just couldn't do it. And then I had to fight Monty and I I was so undisciplined in the matchup, and I blame that to just not. Maybe there might have been like a little bit of a lack of respect, but I felt like my play was very unpolished. It wasn't really disciplined because I haven't fought a Steve since November, and it's just really hard to remember all these -2 matchups when they pop up like once a year at this point, right?
Right.
You know, Mia was showing up a lot last year, but Mia, I haven't really seen him in the bracket. Maister doesn't go to shit anymore. Maister came at me on Twitter for
that was
reason.
That was OD.
He was trying to come at somebody, bro. That's
I was like, why are you so angry, bro?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Which, by the way, I didn't even say it. His first tweet was out of pocket as fuck. Like,
what did he tweet?
Not even. His tweet was, "What's going on with Light lately?" Which honestly, that's out of pocket as fuck because I just got second at a major beating Glutonny, Spargo, and fucking Steve and Shiny Mark. Like, I just did that. That was my last tournament, you know? So like that was
out of big tournaments.
There it is.
You got top 8 at let's make big moves, right?
I got 4th. I got
4th and then like 17 and then 2nd and then 13.
The tournaments have been S tiers and 1 A+ tier. So literally the grade below it. So I got 4th at LMBM. I got 17th at Genesis, which wasn't that good. I got fucking Luigi farmed. Again, I don't
that Alec gets canceled is crazy.
You made him delete his tweets too. You made him delete his tweet, by the way, his reply. That nigga disappeared, bro.
What did you reply with?
He was
my tweet was valid. It's in the comments. Someone screenshot it. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, my tweet was valid as fuck, bro. Oh yeah, Peter for Genesis. My tweet was valid as fuck though. Like Elegant's canceled, and Elegant was like my primary Luigi practice, and then Maister doesn't show up to shit anymore. You know, so like. I honestly was just speaking my fucking mind, right? Like I was just being real. And again, I should have beat Monty. I still think that I 1000% should have beat Monty.
If you locked in, you should have beat Monty.
I was very undisciplined. I don't think he did anything particularly different. I think I just panicked in a lot of scenarios and gave him neutral a lot of times. Like I just played terrible. Like
you let him hit a lot of Bs on you, bro.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, man. I kept trying to reversal him when I know that's something you can't even do versus Game & Watch. Like, my greed just was showing. There was just so much wrong. But yeah, that Meister shit kind of pissed me off because it happened like right after I lost, you know? Yeah. That shit set me off. We're good now. We already talked about it. We're good. But like, all honesty, I still don't like that, like the tweets that followed. Like, even when he apologized, he said that I was known to be passive aggressive.
Yeah,
first of all, I'm not fucking passive aggressive. If I say shit, I'm aggressive, nigga. I'm gonna say some shit if I want to say some shit. If I'm ever aggressive, I've literally said this. I was like, bro, I hate Meister so much because he's such a nice guy, but I fucking hate his character. That's not passive aggressiveness. That's just full on honesty. I fucking hate your character. I've always said Meister is a great guy. Never have said that he's a bad guy. But I don't like his fucking character.
I like Meister.
You know?
Yeah, you don't like Meister.
Everyone likes Meister.
Dude.
So that's why that shit really fucking pissed me off when he tried me on Twitter.
I do feel like sometimes he can be pretty tone deaf, so it's not really so surprising. Like I feel like that's pretty clear, especially with tweets like those. Like they were pretty tone deaf tweets. Like they were pretty ignorant tweets, and like even the tweets that followed, they were pretty tone deaf. So it's not so surprising because it's always been like that. Like whenever I lost to him at the Luminosity event, and I was like, got 9, he was better. GG's. Obviously, I was salty. The first thing he does, like 30 minutes later, is screenshot my tweet and say, fixed it for you, bro. And it says he was better. GG's. And it's like, bro, somebody just lost. Let somebody be upset when they fucking lose. Why are you doing shit like this? And it's he's a great guy, but it's just like sometimes people like him are just tone deaf, and you just gotta accept that. It's nothing against their character, but that's just how it is sometimes.
That's actually funny.
I think he's just a victim of being like attacked online too much, and now he's just like.
I mean that too, especially because he plays.
Hold on. If we're gonna talk about victims being attacked online, okay? If MVD can hold it together, okay, then Meister can figure it out too. Because no one catches more strays than MVD. All right,
but MVD's a vet though. He's a brawl vet, bro.
I can hold it together, bro. I be catching strays left and right for no reason. I'll be saying shit, bro.
They just be sending them shots.
But I would like to explain my personality as very blunt. I would not say passive aggressive is how I would describe myself. That was out of pocket to say that shit. Nonetheless, we hashed it out. He clearly felt bad. He apologized to me, and I said it's good. Like I don't give a fuck. You know, like it's not a big deal. But yeah, no. For anyone who
at the end of the day, like I don't really care too much because he's a great person in person, and I always see Twitter as fake, bro. Like however most people act, 99% of the way that people act on Twitter is just like fake, fake expressive bullshit. Like it's just fake. So it's like whenever you talk to someone like Maister in person, like we're just chilling, and it's like that's not something that you would necessarily say in person or have that issue in person because the tone is there and voice is there. But go ahead.
Except I'm one of the few people who I'm very much the same in both categories. So I will, like I said, just to make it very clear, that shit absolutely pissed me off because one, I just fucking lost, and this shit was just unnecessary as fuck. But again, I am professional enough to separate the game from like the person, you know? Because let's be honest, in the game, none of you niggas are my friends. I fucking hate all of you. Like,
Michael Jordan mentality. Let's go.
If I liked you guys, it would make it a lot harder to beat you guys because I would like want you to do better. I fucking hate I don't care about a single one of you in the bracket. But I mean, I like you guys, like obviously outside the bracket. So like, you're the opposite. That is very
I like
unhealthy.
you. I like you. So I want to beat you so that you realize that you need to get better.
Shut up.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna move on from that.
Niggas trying to kill me with nicety.
We're not doing that. That's crazy. All right. So once again, shout outs to Gluto.
Give me a hug after the set.
Gluto, you got it next time, bro.
They're like this in person. It's amusing. But nah, shout out to Gluto for winning again. It was like seed 11 or 12 and took it. So good to him and Spargo runner up. So there you go. That's our Battle of BC recap for the most part. Last thing before I let you guys get out of here is the
Minecraft movie
banning of Hurt. Like, okay, like I made a video about this, but I would love to get your guys' like takes on like exactly what's happening here and like because he made this tweet. I mean, I know he made it on April Fool's, but like I'm still assuming it's pretty serious. There's an English translation down here about I'd like to once again apologize to everyone in the Smash community and all parties involved in the inconvenience caused by this matters. As I explained my team, I will refrain from online battles using Smashmate, participating in tournaments going on forward. I've canceled all tournaments for which I've registered and have informed organizers overseas that I was invited to. I'd like to decline. I would like to once again apologize to all those involved in the tournament for any inconvenience I caused. We take this incident seriously. I'll reflect deeply on my own actions. This is crazy. And I will correct our stance once, like, okay. So like
that nigga's on a Smurf account as we speak. I don't want to do
it. What I want to know is what was the snake mod that he used?
No, he used I'm pretty sure he just used the delay mod.
Yeah, he's using input latency mod or whatever. Yeah.
For practice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me put this in my eyes.
Sponsored by a Japanese team.
Please.
Yeah. Okay. Let me put this in my eyes, like how I feel, and let me know how you guys, if you agree with me, or like if you guys have a different perspective, right? So this is how I see it. Japanese sponsors have to be paying him millions, right? And the reason I say that is because he just got in trouble for practicing in a game in a country where he makes $0 for winning every tournament he's won for the team that is mad at him. I just can't understand that.
And now because of that, he's refraining from going to tournaments overseas where he can win money.
I can't. I literally can't wrap my head around that. He has to be, bro. Like, it has to be that good.
I didn't think about that.
I don't know. The crazy thing is, like, that statement read too, like, it didn't, because I thought the original statement said he was going to refrain for like 2 months, so he would end up missing Kagaribi. Like, I don't understand, like, because this, like, is he like is he suspending himself for good, or is like it just 2 months? And like, another thing is, like, I was a little bit more polite in the video I made about it, but this is dumb as shit. Like, you said it, like, you're not making any money. There's no financial gain from just practicing the game with more of like, on your end, a little bit less delay. Like, I mean, I know,
to be
like,
better for his team, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't, self-exiles until May 31st. Like, this is just crazy. Well, right in time for Switch 2. This is just crazy.
This man got exiled from Pride Rock.
Yeah, seriously. Like what are we doing here? This is insane. And I get Japan, you have your own way of doing things. Okay. But again, like your own way of doing things. Like there's some cultures, you know what I'm saying? They still walking around butt ass naked. You know, that don't mean it's right. Put some pants on, nigga. All right. This is crazy.
That's fair. I don't know, man. I just don't. Yeah, I heard. I don't ban him, bro. He's like ranked number 1 at the moment.
I think that's why he got 9th, bro. He was like, it was on his mind. It's like the performance anxiety got to him. He couldn't finish the job.
I completely agree with you. I think it's so crazy that he got 9th. And I think it happened because all the shit he had to deal with while competing. Yep. It gets to you. Anything gets to you while you're competing, bro. Competing is such a fragile state of mind, which is why consistency is so hard to strive for. Because anything, even if something doesn't break your focus, your paranoia, the amount of paranoia you get with competing can just make you think something broke your focus when it realistically didn't. Right. Being as a competitor is actually so fragile. Like,
it's tough. I don't know. It's tough. Hopefully this gets rescinded and changed, and we get some more updated information. We'll let you know, obviously, as it comes to us. But yep,
bro. Sakurai went to his house that day and said, "Your character's getting nerfed." Like Steve, I don't know, but Snake, that frame 3 grenade.
We're making that up till smaller this time.
Frame 3 grenade Snake, bro. He's done. He's cooked.
We're doing our best. Somebody said BetterHelp segue. No sponsor this week. Actually, if you guys know any sponsors, let us know. Because it's dry. It's getting dry over here. And I'm trying to wetten it up.
Moist, baby.
Moist, baby. All right. Well, that'll conclude this episode of Lights Out, episode 98. I think, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I think we're getting to the point where we want to do episode 100 in person to level up. So maybe we skip next week. And then we do that next week. And then we do episode 100 because it's 98. So we're like right there at the doorstep. So
that sounds good to me.
Yeah, we'll probably end up doing that. But maybe we can do a game night next week. Something together would be fun. We'll figure it out. Yeah. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe because your boys at Lights Out always bring the vibe. And we'll see you for episode 99. Ooh, getting close. Peace.